In this laws lesson, I am going to answer this question. What is an example of wavering, and how do we do it without even realizing we're doing it? Now, wavering is something where you're straying from your living in the end. You're straying from the new you. You're straying from the new story, and you're going back to the old story. And this person's saying, how are we doing it without even realizing? Because we're accidentally, subconsciously doing it. And in this lesson, I'll teach you what you're doing, how you're doing it, and how to fix it. All right, guys, so those of you who waver a lot, those of you who can't stick to the new story, those of you who can't stay in your persisting state, you go from old you to new you and back again. You go from new thoughts to old thoughts and back again. You start getting your manifestation, then it starts going away, or you got it and then you lost it, or you're not even seeing any signs of your manifestation working at all. This lesson is for you, and this challenge is for you. So right now in the Subconscious Laws Squad, my private monthly coaching group, we have an accountability challenge. Now, by accountability, I mean the squad is there as a collective group of people all trying to manifest what they want together, changing their self-concept together. Therefore, when we do challenges together, we're all keeping ourselves accountable so we don't waver in our thinking. I have the Q&A forum where squaddies will answer your questions, but I also have our very knowledgeable mentors who I handpicked who really understand the law and know how to answer your questions when you are wavering. And when I do challenges, the whole point of it is to stay on top of your thinking day to day. So each day from Monday to Friday, from the very beginning of December, we've already started, so come and join us, to the end of December, we give you tasks to stay in the new state of you so you don't waver. And if you start to waver, that's the point of being in the squad all the time because it's an accountability group, but also that's the point of doing a challenge. So you really challenge yourself to stay in the new story that you're persisting in and you don't waver and go back to the old story. So if you're really worried about manifesting what you want by the end of this year or by Christmas, say you really want to spend Christmas with your specific person and you can't possibly imagine that happening. This is why you would come and join the squad right now, because we'll give you tasks to make that happen. I personally manifested exactly what I wanted on Christmas Day night last year when I personally did this challenge along with the squad. I very rarely have time to do the challenges, but last year I thought, you know what, I'm going to join in. And I didn't actually write down with everyone else my personal stuff underneath the tasks. I just did it in my head, but I manifested exactly what I visualized by that night on a time crunch. And I know you guys are so worried sometimes about the end of the year. You're kind of thinking, oh, but it's not here yet. And the more the end of the year approaches, the more you waver and the more you worry and the more you spiral because you think, oh no, I wanted this by the end of this year. I wanted to kiss them on New Year's, or I wanted the money by this year or the career by this year. And that's when people say stupid shit like, oh, well, fuck 2024, 2025 is my year. Well, you might be saying that every goddamn year. Oh, fuck 2025, 2026 is my year now. Well, guys, why don't you just do this right so you don't have to keep writing off every year that was fucked for you? So many of you do that. I see so many TikToks about things like that people are like, oh, this year was shit. Next year. And that's why people set New Year's resolutions. Or they still want to start fresh because they feel like they didn't achieve what they wanted last year. I want you to achieve what you want by the end of this year. And you can. And you will if you put your mind to it and you don't fucking waver. And that's what this lesson's about. So there's a really good example of someone who wavered and then got their manifestation in my group. It's a person called Holly, and you can go and watch her manifestation coaching with me in the squad. So inside the squad, I used to do one-to-one video coaching with people, and you can watch me coaching them. And one of them is a girl called, if you look her up, Holly Hutchinson. She's now called Hutchinson because she's married to her SP that she came to me about. She came to me, he was kicking her out of the house, there was a third party. It was fucking awful, right? She did the coaching. She was so worried about certain things. I kept telling her not to worry. Then she went away, and then she came back into the group and kept asking questions. And you can look her up and see me yelling at her in the squad saying, Holly, you didn't fucking listen to a word I said. Stop worrying about that and go to the end, go to the end, you're married to him. And she was so worried about what was going on right now with a third party and a Christmas party and this and that and blah, 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 and the house and the not living in the house. And she wavered all over the place for a whole fucking year. And it took her almost a whole year to get him back. Now they're married. Why are they married now? because she realized she was wavering, and she admits when she does an interview with me and him, they're both in the interview on my YouTube. So you can go watch the actual coaching in the squad, and then on my YouTube, you can watch the interview. She admits she was wavering. And by that, she means 1 minute she was imagining being with him and not worrying about the third party, and the next minute she was concerned about the third party, concerned they weren't together, concerned they weren't living together, concerned they were even living in different places. And it bothered her so much that she couldn't live in the end of seeing them married. And the more she wavered, the more that end of them being married went further and further away. So if you're in a real hurry to get what you want by Christmas, you can't fucking waver. You have to stay in the new state permanently. And if you waver and go backwards, you have to come back to the new state. You can't waver all over the place. Otherwise, you'll end up like Holly, taking a year to manifest what you want. Now, thankfully, she realized what she was doing. She admits it in the interview, and you can see that she got what she wanted. And I follow her on Instagram. You can see they've got a beautiful, happy life together. Is that going to be you? Are you going to get that by the end of this year or next year? Or are you going to waver all over the place because you're not really getting this? That you have to become the new you permanently. This isn't an activity of like, I'm going to do a few techniques and then go back to my old self. This is, I am becoming the new me in the now moment, and I stay the new me in the new story of my new life. If you're not able to do that, come and stay accountable with us during this challenge. If you can't do that, make sure that you have other people who can teach you how. Because a lot of you people need support. A lot of you need constant questions answered. That's why you're on my lives. That's why you go to the Q&A. Because you can't persist, because you waver. Now, how do you know doing it? That's the question. How do you know? The question is, I choke on my water. What do they say? How do I know I'm doing that? What is an example of wavering? So that was the example with Holly. And how do we do it without even realizing? So what Holly, I'm sorry, Holly, if you're watching this back. What Holly didn't realize was when she kept thinking of the third party, or when she kept thinking, how is this going to work out? Or when she kept wondering when it was going to occur, she was going backwards, and she was allowing her fears about a third party, or her fears about living in separate places, or her fears about not being together run her. And what she had to do, and what everyone has to do when they have fears that are running them, is cancel them out with new stories about that fear. No, that's not true. It doesn't matter that we're living in different places. We will be married. He is my husband. He is my man. That person means nothing to him. They're a nothing burger. No one knows him like him, loves him like him. He's my man. We are married. We're blissfully, happily married. Now, you can either imagine it's going to happen, or imagine we are blissfully, happily married, as in it's already happened. Either way, you don't allow those fears to run you. And as they come up, you have to identify them. And that's the thing that Holly ended up doing, that she realized, she admits in the interview, she was messing up her manifestation because she wasn't aware she was wavering. And I'd yelled at her so many times in the squad about it, but she had to figure it out herself. A lot of you aren't seeing it. You're kind of blind to your own smell. You know when you've got a person who stinks of BO and they can't smell themselves? A lot of you can't fucking smell yourselves. You don't realize you're doing it because you're so used to it. You don't realize your anxious thoughts are running you. You don't realize your spiraling thoughts are running you. You don't realize your fears are running you because they become you, right? And your mind thinks it's right to do that to you. It's trying to keep you safe, and it's trying to remind you of all the things that are going to hurt you, like the third party, or the fact that they broke up with you or kicked you out the house or told you you'll never be together. It's trying to remind you so you don't do this stupid thing it thinks of trying to get them back. I had someone yesterday say, how come all your following want people that don't even want them? And I felt like saying, you don't understand my content at all. The reason why the person doesn't want them is because they're thinking about themselves. It's not about the other person. Their self-concept made that person not want them. Now they're wanting a person that doesn't want them, but they've got a story that person doesn't want them. That's how they ended up breaking up with that person, because they had a story that person does not want them because of their story about themselves. So what is your story about yourself that stops you from living in the end of your new story? What's your old story about yourself that you can't smell? Do you guys know? Because that's what you're wavering in. You're trying to think of the new you as loved and wanted and committed to, but the old you and your old self-concept keeps coming back to itself. Your brain keeps reminding you, your mind keeps bringing you back to the set point of the you used to be, the you you've always been. And it's trying to remind you to go back there. Do you know what back there looks like? A lot of you don't. And if you don't, I highly recommend you do my assessments in my two major courses, my self-concept courses, either a Kick-Ass You, I'll put it here, on my YouTube, which is my first ever self-concept course that has an assessment that assesses your hidden thinking about yourself. Then if you kind of have an idea about your self-concept, then I would do Self-Concept for Love course, which is Worthy as Fuck for Love, which identifies the three-pronged areas of your relationship life, your love life, your thoughts in love that stop you from getting committed to, stop you from keeping the relationship, blah, 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 in love, your self-concept in love, because a lot of you don't know, and a lot of you need me. Oh, thank you for the gift. A lot of you need me to tell you, because you can't see it, because you're blind to yourself, because you can't fucking smell your own BO. So if you haven't done my courses and you're just watching this and you don't want to come and join the challenge and you don't want to actually be told what your shit is and you just want to work it out yourselves, are you going to be able to? A lot of you actually need the help. However, if you want to do it yourselves, I would do this. I would try and be really consciously aware, say for a whole week, of everything you're thinking. And I know this sounds paranoid, but some of you need to do it at this level. So every day when thoughts come up that are unfavorable, you need to notice them. Now, the whole key of manifesting consciously, manifesting what you do want, is becoming aware. Aware. Are you aware of what you're thinking? Are you aware it's even negative? Are you aware that that story you're telling yourself isn't even true and fucking up your whole reality? Oh shit, I'm not even aware of it because I'm so used to thinking it. So I need you to become aware. And a really good idea would be to start writing it down. Every time you think these shitty thoughts, just go in your phone notes or a piece of paper and write down all the shitty thoughts you're having for a whole week if you can. I mean, sometimes I say do it for 20 minutes, but if you can become aware for a whole week, you'll shock yourself at the shit you think. And you'll notice the pattern. You'll notice how many times you're thinking it, how often you think it, how ensconced you are in that old story, how you're trying to be in the new story, but this old story is really winning and it's really strong and that stinky BO is stinking the place out, but you can't even fucking smell it. Notice it. Become aware of it. Then what do you do when you become aware of it? Then you think the fucking opposite of that. Because that story is killing your new story. And come and join the squad, guys, where I will drop the question of the week this week, which is called Kill the Old Story. And I go really in depth into that in this question of the week, where I answer a question from the squaddies, a popular one. Because a lot of you don't know how to kill it. And it's running you. And then you're wavering, you're going back, forth. New me, old me, new me, old me, new them, old them, new them, old them. Old reality, new reality, old reality, new reality. And the more the 3D reality throws you, the more you go back to the old reality and you waver and you can't persist in the new thoughts. So become aware, then change. That's how you stop wavering. But the awareness is key. And a lot of you aren't aware of what you're really thinking. Open your fucking eyes. Listen to yourself. Aren't aware of what you're really thinking. Open your fucking eyes. Listen to yourself. Self-spiraling. Hear yourself thinking the unfavorable thoughts and notice them and stop them in their tracks and change them. That's what all of my courses are about. That's what doing a challenge in my squad is all about. Becoming accountable for that shit you keep thinking and getting help. Daily help in the squad. So come and join us for Manifest What You Want by Christmas and manifest what I did last year. Well, I'm not going to tell you what I actually manifested, but manifest like I did on Christmas Day. All right, guys, you are so right on every point. Oh, thank you, darling. Josh, come and join us in the squad. We're doing a Manifest by Christmas challenge. Who's Josh? What's Josh saying? What's Josh doing? Is he having problems? So, guys, I don't answer questions on here anymore. I did the other day. Can I manifest my ex and a job back by Christmas? Yes, Josh, come and join us. Of course you can, but if you think you can't, you can't. Like Henry Ford used to say, if you think you can't, you think you can, you're right. Right? Whatever that quote is. If you think you can't, Josh, you can't. You're manifesting that. Oh, I can't do it. Can I? Well, you can, but you think you can't. Right? So come and join us. Because, guys, a lot of you think this is impossible. A lot of you don't get that you lost your job or you lost your SP because of you, because of what you were thinking. Oh, what? I thought this is some magic thing that I was doing, this magic trick, manifesting back by a certain time. No. You manifested it yourself before, really masterfully, by not knowing what you were subconsciously thinking that caused your SP to go away, that caused the love to go away, that caused the breakup, that caused the loss of the job, that caused you not getting a job now. You're not even aware what you're thinking that's causing it not to come back or not to manifest. And you don't understand what you were thinking before that caused it to manifest badly. A lot of you don't get that you're manifesting bad things as well as good things like breakups, like not getting a job. Are you guys aware of that? A lot of you are being taught this like manifestation is like a fun thing to do. Manifest today. I'll teach you to manifest today. Bitch, I've been manifesting my whole life since my subconscious mind was formed. Did you know that? Oh no, I'm really fucking dumb and I don't teach that because I don't know that. I'm not aware of that. I'm really fucking stupid. Get off the internet. Right? Loz, my SP called me yesterday asking to see me and have coffee and now just trying to stay in the end. What, darling? Stop trying to stay in the end. You're not trying to it. You are in the end. There is no try. Stop saying that. If you want to read the success stories, guys, go to my website, go to the blog, read all the success stories, and we put them there. We cross out people's names. Go and read them. Manifested their SP back. Manifested love by Christmas. There's all different blogs. Go and read them all. Get back to the squad for my manifestation win. Do it, darling. Do it. Come and join us. It's only $50 a month, guys, or if you want to join for the year, it's $35 a month, okay? And it's really a good idea to do it for that length of time because it keeps you accountable. Again, and join the challenge. So excited. It's so much fun in there, guys. We have a Christmas playlist with all songs on it. We do challenge, like we're challenging ourselves. We're doing scripting prompts. We're doing visualizations. It's really fun. Living in the end with my twin babies every day now. Oh, good meditation you've been asking for. Doing what you said, and every day I mirror and tell myself I'm beautiful. What's this? Coach, it was body issues. So you've been doing what you said, and every day in the mirror, I tell myself I'm beautiful and love every part of me. Oh, wonderful, Kimmy. Truly changed me, and I had no idea what I was holding on to for so long. Thank you so much, Luz. Oh, wonderful. Darling, I had body dysmorphia my entire life without even realizing I had it. So anything to do with body dysmorphia, I'm going to be really hot on because that was me. Okay? Wonderful, darling. So, guys, what Kimmy's talking about is in the squad, when you join the Facebook group, in the videos section, the media section, there's all my previous. What's this? I was trying to manifest an SP and ended up pregnant instead. Fuck my life. Well, how'd you do that, darling? Work it out. What do you want me to do about that? Is that a question? You're just doing fuck my life. We don't do fuck my life. Do you want me to fix it for you or you just want to be sad about it? What's your question? Was on a 3-hour coach Zoom and the coach called on me 2 minutes before it ended because I'm not a priority. Oh, so you were doing coaching with some other fuckwit and you sat there for 3 hours. And because you don't listen to me, Hypno Awakening, and you come in here talking about childhood, then that person didn't even choose you until 2 minutes from the end to get your coaching. Why don't you fucking listen to me when you're on here? You're here a lot. When I talk, are you listening? Yes, but because you don't fucking listen to me. Yesterday you were in here talking about childhood trauma, and now you're telling, or the day before, and now you're telling me you're going to some other dumb bitch and not listening to me. Well, fuck me, darling. Open your ears. Actually listen to me. I give this to you for free. You didn't have to pay that dumb bitch to only give you 2 minutes of her fucking time. You can watch this back on YouTube. I will see you in the squad for Manifest What You Want by Christmas. It's already started. So don't worry, you can catch up. We're only on like day 3. So come and join the Subconscious Laws Squad.